What movie?
Movie is correlation.
So why did you call it?
Huh?
Why?
Then I'm uploading in your groups. Easy for you, right? You don't understand the class, you can. If you don't, you can go back and watch. Business students scared for theory.
Scared of theory.
Okay, now, never mind. So let's go for the graph section now. Yeah, still chapter 3. Now, guys, listen. Now, we will use these for comment. Okay, we use this for comment purpose. Now, when you draw a graph, we got 4 types of graph. Okay, so from the type of the graph, we identify what graph is that. Then we comment whether it's linear, positive, or negative, whatever. That's how we comment. We look at the type of graph we get. Once we draw the graph, then we comment. That's all. The graph section. And the graph is very easy. Okay, if you come up for your exam, should be a bonus marks for you. That one depends on me whether I want to put it in. It's easy, just plot the graph. Okay, so what just now I just wrote as graph, but what graph is this? We call it scatter diagram. Okay, the name of the graph is scatter diagram. Now, what is mean by scatter? Scatter means you just plot. Okay, you just plot, but you don't connect the points. That's called scatter diagram. You just plot, 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 plot. That's it, finish. You don't connect all the points. That's called scatter. Okay, that's why they call scatter diagram. You don't really connect all the points. Okay, so are we ready for the graph? Can you get ready with the graph paper? My graph will be very easy. I'm done with my graph. Are you ready with the graph? Yeah. So, I know quite long time you never draw a graph. Yeah. So, still remember which one is your y-axis and x-axis? Yeah. Now, what is that? No, this one is what? Y. And we call as horizontal or vertical? And this is? So guys, now, before we plot, we come up with the values for the x and y. Okay. Now let's go back to the question here. Now I know that sales is, for the calculation purpose, we know that sales is what? X, profit is Y. But for graph purpose, by end of the day, like what I told you, X times Y or Y times X is going to be the same. So for graph purpose, you can choose the profit as a Y. Why was that? Now, the Y-axis is longer than what? X-axis, right? It's much more longer. So in your exam, if you to make it your graph easier, to draw easily, what do? You take the bigger value for the what? Y-axis. So profit is much more bigger value, right? So we take this as a Y, sales is a X. But that's only for what? Graph purpose. Okay, graph purpose, because the y-axis is longer, so easy for you to plot later on. Okay. Now, what is the minimum and maximum value? You have to find that so that we know that from what value we're going to start and what value we need to end. So let's start with the x first. Okay. Now, over here, what is the maximum value? 110. Sales. So this is the maximum. Minimum? 25? Okay, that's a minimum. So we can start from what? You can start with 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Up to you. Okay, we know that. Now it's a college. I know school time they will give you a value. From that value you must start. Now it's not like that. It's up to you from which value you want to start. It's just that as long you cover the minimum and maximum, it should be okay. How about here profit? What is the maximum value here? 140 minimum? 50. Okay, so let's start to work out with the values here. Now, the only golden rule you have to follow, guys, remember, if you use 2 cm in your graph, make sure the x and y is 2 cm. Okay, if it is 1 cm, make sure x and y is 1 cm. Don't x 1 cm, y is 2 cm, then your graph will be wrong. Okay, but the value you want to start from 10 or 5, 50, it's up to you. As long as you fit all the values in, then should be okay. Are we okay? So, have you done? So, let me ask you a question. X, you want to start from which value? Can you start from 20? So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140 should be okay. Okay? How about the Y? You want to start from which value? 20 years old. 20 years old. So once again, so we're done with the scale, right? Okay, but it's still up to you. If you want to start from 50, also can. But it's just that the graph will be what? Very small. If you want to plot the figures later, it's difficult to use. Okay, so you decide how you want to do the scale. Yeah, it's up to you. So let's plot now. Very easy. 50 to 55. Am I right? First one. Sales is 50, profit is 55, so you can plot. So 50, 55, be somewhere around here, right? Yeah, I just roughly, you do it exactly here in your graph paper. Okay, mine is so easy, I just plot. Okay, 60, 85. 35, 35, 90, 45, 120, 85, 140. Correct? Something like this here should be your graph. Okay. Correct? It should be in this pattern, right? The graph should be this pattern. Now, let me ask my question, those who are done. Look at the pattern. What is this? I gave you 4 patterns of the graph, right? We got 4 types of graph. Positive, negative, no correlation, non-linear, correct? So, comes under which pattern? Linear positive. It's basically what? Going up, correct? Look at that. It's going up, correct? So, it comes under linear positive. Okay, so man, the relationship between interest and profit is linear positive. Short man. Okay. Now, when you do, for example, if you graph came up with exam. Now, where you should comment, don't comment inside the graph paper. Okay, don't do that. Or don't do it at the back of the graph paper. Where should we? Can you see in the graph paper you have the white space at the top and the bottom? Okay, you have the space, right? Please write it over there. Okay, so that the examiner knows that you wrote dy, comment the paper. But don't write in the graph paper. Okay, just write it on your what? The white space given over there. You have the white space. Yeah, on the top or on the bottom. That's the proper way. And please make sure indicate what is your x-axis, what is y-axis, sales, profit, 0 must be there. Make sure you indicate the pounds. Okay, all the marks here. I know the graph is easy, but it's very sensitive as well. If you never put the sales profit, 1 mark will be deducted. So make sure you indicate everything, then should be okay. You get the full marks for that. Are we okay? So what's okay? So this is the graph here. Is it okay? Easy, isn't it? So you want this in your exam? Yeah. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Class test, huh? Okay. So this is scatter, but don't ever forget. Then you don't like you're doing the school graph. Then connect all the points.